We're going to start Hilchos Boirer. Hilchos Boirer, we're going to do these as much as we can do in the next 7 minutes, okay? So the Hilchos Boirer, there are 3 conditions to all rules of Boirer. The reason why Boirer is very unique, the Mishnah Berurah, the Hakdama, right? One of the reasons you should buy my Sefer Hilchos Mishnah Berurah is because people are nichshal in the rules of Boirer. Why are people nichshal in the rules of Boirer? The Mishnah Berurah says because it's common and it's not on your mind. It's not on your mind. So hopefully, by bringing out the conditions and saying some basic cases, we'll put Boirer in our mind. And the reason why you need to know the 3 conditions is because every scenario that you're approached with a Boirer, you got to say, do we have our 3 conditions or not? The 3 conditions are miyad, biyad, and oichel b'teich b'seilis. So that means is miyad. Number 1, anytime you're doing Boirer, it has to be for immediate consumption. Biyad, you have to use your hand. And oichel b'teich b'seilis, you have to take the good from the bad. However, this only begins if there is a ta'arayves, if there is a mixture, if there's a halachic mixture in front of you. If there's no ta'arayves, then there's no problem with Boirer. For example, if I have a piece of gefilte fish with a carrot on top of it, is there a problem taking the carrot off the gefilte fish? So Rav Nissim Karelitz is very nervous about this shayla, and he says, wait, maybe that's a ta'arayves, maybe that's Boirer. The consensus of Kemat Kol HaPoskim is not that way. That's not called a mixture. That's called 2 discernible items, 2 different items. That's not a halachic mixture, and therefore you're allowed to take the carrot off of the gefilte fish. However, when you look at your salad, and inside your bowl of salad there's 72 different items, that is a halachic mixture. So let's say you have a salad in front of you, and you want to say, wait, there's a problem with Boirer. Of course there's a problem with Boirer. Why? Because you're sorting and you're selecting, you're taking things out of your salad. So let's go. We have 3 conditions. If you fulfill your 3 conditions, it's fine. So you're eating your salad and you want to eat a tomato. Wait, am I allowed to take the tomato out of the salad and eat it? I'm separating the tomato from the salad. So what's the answer? You need all 3. If you're missing any one of the conditions, you are over a Isser De'araisa. Isser De'araisa. Boirer is unique. Very unique in that you're playing with literal fire, mess up on Boirer. What do we do with you? 3-story building, chuck you down. If you don't meet your demise, we then take rocks and we throw it on top of you. That is called skila. That is called skila. Every one of the conditions in Boirer is a de'araisa. Machlekes Rishonim, Mishnah Berurah, and Shin Yud Tes. That's where these halachas are found. In the Hakdama explains that it's a machlekes Rishonim, but we're a machmer for all 3 conditions. You're missing any one of them, de'araisa. So you want to take your tomatoes out of your salad. Let's go. Miyad, are you eating it immediately? Yeah, I'm taking it out to eat it. Great. Biyad, are you using your hand?
No.
Using your hand, really? In Baltimore, they use their hands. No. Baltimore, what do we eat with? A spoon. He's eating a salad with a spoon. It's okay. They don't trust him with sharp objects yet. So he's eating a salad with a fork. A fork. Are you allowed to use a fork?
Yes.
Why are you allowed to use a fork? Because we do. Why are you allowed to? So explain. Very good. Explains Rav Moshe Feinstein, and amongst other poskim, there's a Graz in Hilchos Muksa that maybe says a similar idea, maybe not. That what? That it's an extension of your hand. That is the fork aiding in the Boirer selection. The answer is no. The fork is just making your hands not get dirty. That's a very important lumdus I just said, that maybe when we discuss peelers and the like, we'll come back to. But for now, miyad, one second, miyad, biyad. So far we need the simplest case, then we'll build into a more difficult case. You're eating the tomatoes, so miyad, you're eating them straight. We're going to go the easiest case. Biyad, oichel b'teich b'seilis. Tomatoes from the pseiles, from the rest of the salad. That is fine. Are you allowed to, what does miyad mean? How miyad? Does it always have to go directly into your mouth? Am I allowed to put the tomatoes on the side and then within my plate separate them? If I have in a salad, it's more of a difficult situation. But let's say, I have it on a plate and I want to put all the tomatoes on the corner to save them for last because I love tomatoes. Is that called Boirer? There's a big machlekes between Moshe Feinstein and Rav Elyashiv. L'maisa yesh makom lahakel. We'll leave it at that. No time right now to discuss all the svaras. Let's leave it at now. But we're going to end to what?
What are we saying?
So what's miyad? What's miyad? So let's now we're going to segue to a new shayla to discuss miyad. And that's what we're going to end with. Miyad means anytime you do bayr, it has to be for immediate consumption. So let's say you want to prepare for a meal. In meal preparations, there's many items of bayr that you might be doing. The easiest and simplest is that you have a pile of cutlery, forks, knives, spoons, a big pile to make sure it's a proper halachic taroives, okay? And I want to set the table. So I'm now separating the forks, the knives, and the spoons, and I'm separating, and that is called bayr. So when am I allowed to set the table? Am I allowed to set the table Friday night for my Shabbos Day Suda? No, that is not called a miyad. That is not called immediately. So how one could potentially wash the silverware Friday night for Shabbos Day and maybe get out of the issue we're talking about now, we'll talk about separately. But for right now, if I have a pile of cutlery, you want to open the door for him? I don't know what that is. But if I have a pile of cutlery and I want to set the table, okay, we're 90 seconds away. If I have a pile of cutlery and I want to set the table, so when am I allowed to set the table? Definitely not the night before. That's a little chol ha'paiskim. What's the general explanation of miyad? In the normal amount of time to prepare for the meal. For example, if I'm preparing for my Shabbos Day Suda, I'm eating at 11 o'clock, and I have to set the table, and I have to make the salad, and I have to fold the napkins, and I have to, all the things, then how long is it going to take me? An hour. Within that hour is called the miyad, because that is called the preparations for the meal. Do you have to save the bayr for the last thing? No. Within the preparations for the meal, that is called miyad. We're going to stop over here and we'll pick up. But now we know anytime that we're approaching a mixture, anytime we're approaching a halachic mess, and I need to take this mixture and I need to sort it, separate it, if I'm doing it, I always have to ask myself three questions. Is it miyad, biyad, and eicham b'teichel pseilas? Am I doing it for immediate consumption? No, I'm not. I'm setting the table for tomorrow. Isser de'oraisa. Maybe that case derabbanan, but pashas de'oraisa. Am I eating the tomatoes for right now? Yes. Am I using my hand? Yes. Is it good from bad? Yes. Now you know if you don't like your onions for your salad and you're going to pluck your onions out, first of all, you're missing many tonight right now. It's also not for a miyad. No, I'm immediately throwing it in the garbage. But it's not oichel metoich pseilas.
Is it only by food? What about